This is going to be our first project. We're going to use one of the pink cards, or this particular one I used one of the pink cards. And then I just made it so that we tie a ribbon and open it up for the bride and groom. Best wishes for many wonderful years together. Now I like this pink one because it had a blank in the middle, but I'm going to make my video sample with the other one just in case you want to save the pink ones for something else, or you want something like not quite so, I'll call it formal looking. But I'm going to show us a sample using this card. The Hippo and Friends dies are what I used on the pink one, this little die here, to make the hole that I fed the ribbon through. Now if you don't have this die set, you can use a punch, and I will probably grab a punch just to show you in this example how to do it instead of die cutting. So it's really simple. You're just going to basically fold each half in half. You could score it as well, that also works. But we're just scoring the two side flaps back onto the and there will be, probably you'll get a little tiny gap in the middle, and that's okay. And so there is our card. Then I took one of the Flirty Flamingo hearts just to jazz it up with some color and not to be quite so formal looking as the other one. Then I took one of the white hearts and I embossed "You're engaged, here's to love and happiness." I thought that that would be a nice sentiment. And then on the inside, XOXO, and you can write a little something something to them. So we're just going to glue these two together. So I glued those two together, and then I embossed "You're engaged, here's to love and happiness" on the front, and that comes from the Love and Happiness stamp set that was in the mini catalog with the it was part of the suite, I believe, for the Sweet Conversations, but that one's in the mini catalog. So what I did then was I ran this piece through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with that little die, but I'm going to use a punch for this one for those of you that might not have a die. So now that you have the hole in there, you can adhere it down to the right side of the card. You could go to the left side. If you do, then move your words to the left side of the heart and put your hole over on this side. But now you're ready to adhere it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my piece of ribbon going. So we're going to want to go around the card, and then I think we'll come up through the hole like so. And the reason that I'm checking this out is because we're going to glue this heart down, but we want to not put glue where the ribbon's going to be. So I'm going to flip it over, because you want the ribbon to be able to flow through there if you need to tie it tighter, or whatever. You want to make sure that you got it able to flow through there. So just going to glue this heart back down or not back down, but I'm going to glue it down to the front, and then our ribbon can pull through like so. And then we want to chop off enough that we've got my pink card. I didn't have enough to really tie a bow. I want this up higher. And there's a rough bow. I would fix it again, but there we go. There's our first project. And when the recipient, they just untie it, and then they can open it up.